Dental Fuel, the podcast that focuses on what no one else is talking about. Mistakes. The dental world is full of before and afters, and no one is talking about the middle. Dental Fuel brings you the unspoken in-between. Dental Fuel is brought to you by Doctors Disability Specialists, a team dedicated to helping dentists and physicians with disability insurance, life insurance, and comprehensive business planning.
Dental assistants are a huge part of the dental team. Ronda Holman, rockstar dental assistant, talks about a team mistake that she was a part of and how it helped build her and her team members.
I want to transition back to talking about working in a team. Aside from, the cord incident, are there any mistakes that you all made as a team, or mistakes that are commonly made with a dentist and their, dental assistants and dental hygienists, everyone together as a team, that you see as a common theme in dentistry?
Well, it always comes down to communication.
Of course. Always.
Oh my gosh. She said what? Who's she? She isn't Betty? Betty said not to do that? Well, why would Betty say not to do that? And so it's just awful communication. That's why I think huddles are huge. Like in the morning meeting, like I know who has pending treatment. I know who can maybe go from hygiene to come straight to operative and have that filling done if I have an opening. Mm-hmm. Like there's no guessing. And that is, communication's hard. And because we're so wrapped up in our own patients. Like we live in that schedule. We're busy. Like I have a 15-minute window here, an hour appointment here. Like I don't have any wiggle room, and things get dropped along the way. Like I've had a dentist come to me like, where's that PA? I'm like, what PA? The PA I told you to take in 3, like an hour ago. I'm like, a patient's gone and I did not take the PA. And so may my dentist not have said that and maybe thought she wanted a PA post-operative after we cemented the crown? Or maybe I misunderstood it and took a PA on the wrong patient. Like just being clear, Bob in Op 3 needs a bite wing after we glue this crown on. Can you do that? Yes or no? Like, and it just takes out so much of the drama that seems to accumulate when you don't have good communication skills.
How do we build better communicators?
Ooh, well, it's like Dr. Rice is saying, it starts with treating the human aspect of it. Like if we look at each other, like I have empathy for you, sympathy, I have an understanding of where you're coming from, where your state of mind is, what your priorities are. And it comes down to like respect. I mean, you have to know somebody to really respect them. I mean, I'm actually really loyal to like titles, being the military background. Like you call me, if there's an officer, I'm going to respect you regardless of who you are. It could be like a really bad guy, but I'm going to respect you because of the position that you hold. But in the civilian sector, I don't see that as much. So the whole respect is earned, but you have to know someone on a human level to really develop that. It's hard. But there's certain things like dental assistants, I'm constantly telling you, it's always doctor. I don't care if you say, call me Tanya. I'm like, Dr. Tanya. Doctor, it's always in front of a patient. It's not a performance. Okay. I don't put on, well, maybe it is. It's a very professional performance.
Yeah.
I use think big words.
Yeah. You're showing respect. Respect is due to you as an assistant. Respect is due to me as a doctor. And I think that it's great to show that example to your patients as well, too. And it shows that kind of camaraderie and that team that you have.
A team, yeah, because we're a unit. We work as one. And we all win. You're only as strong as your weakest link. I remember working for an oral surgeon in the military. And, sometimes oral surgeons are oral surgeons because their chairside manner isn't really for non-sedated patients. And I remember he would get so frustrated because he could not communicate well. He just held out his hand expecting me to know what to put into it. And he would never tell me what he wanted. And at that point in my career, I didn't know why I was doing it. I was just taught how to do it, which is what all the schools tell you. This is how you do it. And he got so mad one day, he threw a pencil at one of the assistants. And the lead snapped off into her arm. And like he, had to deal with that. But like the aggression that never could have happened. Like that lady, she left the dental assisting career field after she got out of the military. Just that one incident from that one oral surgeon completely ruined her idea of what dentistry should be like.
Yeah.
Because she worked for this really mean guy who had horrible communicating skills and yeah, why would you like it?
Gosh, what a poor experience. I feel for her. And I mean, I understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, and I've had patients. Oh man, I could tell. How long is the podcast?
we got time still.
I've got stories where I worked for this dentist. It was a small town, so he was the only one to pick from, right? So it wasn't a supply and demand issue. Like it was just he was it, and he was an okay clinician. Like in looking back, I didn't really know what I was looking at, but now I look back at the bite wings and stuff, and I think about like how his actual work was, and I would have patients because he was just so mean. And they would say, he's really mean, but he must be really good. Because that's in their head somehow there was a psychology switch that, like if you're really mean, that means you're good. Because if you weren't that good, nobody would come to you because you're mean. And so I would have people like ask me when he would leave the room how I was doing. Are you okay? Because he was so aggressive and mean and blunt, and it was just such an awkward situation. And I don't want a dental assistant to ever go through that ever
how
again.
uncomfortable for everyone, and how unfortunate, really.
Well, the times are changing, though. I mean, that practice would never fly in today's climate.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a mean guy and I'm paying you to do my restorative dentistry, I won't go back to you. He was mean to the patients and to the staff, the team. It was awful.
Gosh, that's unfortunate. That's so sad. But you're right. It wouldn't fly in this day and age. And, if you're out there and you're mean to your team, fix it.
Yeah, it's a you problem, not a them problem.
That's right.
You're the leader.
Be sure to tune in next time where Rhonda will share some advice for dentists and for dental assistants. You can find Rhonda on TikTok at the_airway_champion. You can also find her and the advice she gives to dental assistants on Instagram at Ignite Dental Assistants. You can follow Ignite DDS at Ignite DDS, and you can find me on Instagram at tsmaestas.tds. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Doctors Disability Specialists.